Picture this. You're standing in your grandmother's kitchen, and she reaches into the cabinet, pulls out a plain old bottle of white vinegar, and proceeds to solve about 15 different problems before lunchtime. You thought it was just for salad dressing. She knew it was basically magic in a bottle. Well, today, we are honoring every grandmother who ever muttered, "A little vinegar will fix that," while the rest of us stood there completely clueless. Because it turns out she was absolutely right every single time. We are talking 43 genuinely clever, scientifically grounded, life-changing white vinegar hacks that cover everything from your kitchen to your garden to your car. These are not throwaway tips. Each one comes with a real explanation of exactly why it works. Because when you understand the science, you actually remember to use it. So grab your bottle of white vinegar and let's dive straight into Grandma's playbook. Let's start where Grandma always started. The kitchen. Number 43. Perfect poached eggs. Add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar to your simmering poaching water before cracking the egg in. The acidity speeds up the coagulation of the egg white proteins, which means instead of those wispy, raggedy white tendrils floating everywhere, you get a beautifully compact, restaurant-worthy poached egg every single time. The vinegar essentially tells the proteins to tighten up and stay together fast. Number 42. Softer, less gassy beans. When you're soaking dried beans overnight, add a generous splash of white vinegar to the water. Vinegar helps break down the oligosaccharides, which are the complex sugars inside beans responsible for causing digestive discomfort. You soak them out before cooking, which means a far more comfortable meal for everyone at the table. Number 41. Emergency buttermilk substitute. If your recipe calls for buttermilk and you don't have any, measure 1 tablespoon of white vinegar into a measuring cup, then pour in enough whole milk to reach the 1 cup line. Stir it gently and let it rest for 5 full minutes. The vinegar acidifies the milk and causes it to curdle slightly, mimicking the tangy thickness of real buttermilk perfectly. Pancakes, biscuits, and cakes will not know the difference. Number 40. Debone fish more easily. Before you cook a whole fish or a thick fillet, rub white vinegar directly onto the skin and let it sit for a few minutes. The acid very slightly softens the connective tissue that holds small pin bones in place, making them easier to grip and pull out cleanly. Grandma's generation ate a lot of fresh fish, and this trick saved countless dinner table complaints about bones. Number 39. Prevent potato browning. After you peel and slice your potatoes, submerge them in a bowl of cold water with a splash of white vinegar before frying or roasting. The acidic environment slows the oxidation reaction that causes cut potatoes to turn gray and unappetizing. You get beautifully pale, fresh-looking potatoes right up until the moment they hit the hot oil. Number 38. Fluffier, whiter rice. Add exactly 1 teaspoon of white vinegar to your rice cooking water before bringing it to a boil. The acidity breaks down the excess starch molecules on the surface of each grain, preventing them from sticking together. The result is noticeably fluffier, whiter, individually separated grains that look and taste far better. You won't taste the vinegar at all, but you will absolutely notice the difference in texture. Number 37. Degrease your range hood filter. Remove the filter and place it in a large container or your sink. Pour a mixture of very hot water, white vinegar, and a generous sprinkle of baking soda over it. Let it soak for at least 20 minutes. The vinegar and the baking soda together create a fizzing reaction that penetrates and emulsifies sticky, baked-on grease. That combination dissolves what dish soap alone simply cannot budge. Number 36. Sanitize wooden utensils. Soak your wooden spoons and spatulas in undiluted white vinegar for about 15 minutes, then rinse and air dry. Wood is porous and traps bacteria and old food odors deep in its grain over time. The acetic acid in vinegar penetrates those tiny gaps, kills the odor-causing bacteria, and deodorizes the wood without harsh chemicals that might absorb into food surfaces. Number 35. A proper fruit and vegetable wash. Mix 1 part white vinegar with 3 parts cold water in a large bowl. Submerge your produce and soak for about 2 minutes, then rinse. Studies have consistently shown that a diluted vinegar soak removes significantly more pesticide residue and surface wax than rinsing under plain tap water. Grandma didn't know the technical name for organochlorine residues, but she absolutely knew to wash her vegetables properly. Number 34. Descale your steamer. Pour a mixture of equal parts water and white vinegar into your food steamer or rice cooker and run a full steam cycle with no food inside. The acetic acid dissolves calcium and magnesium mineral deposits, which are the chalky white scale buildup that happens when hard water is repeatedly heated. It restores your steamer's efficiency and prevents that mineral taste from affecting your food. Now let's move into deep cleaning and laundry territory, where Grandma's vinegar wisdom really becomes legendary. Number 33. Revive your shower curtain liner. Throw the liner in your washing machine with your regular detergent and add 1 cup of white vinegar during the wash cycle. The vinegar dissolves soap scum buildup, kills mildew spores, and deodorizes the entire liner. You'll pull out something that looks almost new, and you'll extend its life significantly without buying a replacement. Number 32. Make new towels actually absorbent. Brand new towels are often coated with a silicone or fabric softener finish applied during manufacturing to make them feel luxuriously soft on the store shelf. That same coating repels water, which is the opposite of what you want in a towel. Washing new towels with 1 cup of white vinegar strips the coating off, and suddenly your towels actually absorb water the way they are supposed to. Number 31. Eliminate gym bag odors permanently. Spray the interior of a smelly gym bag generously with undiluted white vinegar, then leave it unzipped in a well-ventilated area to air dry completely. The acetic acid neutralizes the ammonium compounds produced by sweat bacteria rather than simply masking the smell with a fragrance. Once dry, there is no vinegar smell remaining, just freshness. Number 30. Freshen pet bedding in the wash. Add half a cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle when washing your dog's blankets or pet bedding. The vinegar neutralizes the specific sulfur-based organic compounds that create that persistent, unmistakable doggy odor. Regular detergent tends to clean around it. Vinegar in the rinse actually eliminates it at the chemical level. Number 29. Disinfect your keyboard and mouse. Dampen a microfiber cloth with white vinegar and carefully wipe down your computer keyboard and mouse. Never spray vinegar directly onto any electronic device. The acetic acid cuts through the accumulated skin oil, food residue, and bacteria that colonize keyboard surfaces. It evaporates quickly and leaves a genuinely sanitized surface without the risk of liquid damage. Number 28. Clean Venetian blinds without the struggle. Pour vinegar water in equal parts into a bowl and slide an old cotton sock over your hand like a glove. Dip your sock-covered hand into the solution and then simply run your fingers along each individual blind slat, clamping gently. The sock grabs dust and grime from both sides of the slat in one smooth motion, and the vinegar cuts through any greasy film. Grandma invented this hack long before anyone called it a life hack. Number 27. Remove crayon from painted walls. Take a cloth soaked in undiluted white vinegar and gently rub it onto crayon marks on your wall using small circular motions. Crayons are essentially wax-based, and the acetic acid in vinegar is effective at breaking down and emulsifying wax. The key word here is gently. You want to dissolve the crayon without abrasion that might damage the paint underneath. Number 26. Clean yellowed piano keys. Apply a single drop of white vinegar to a soft cloth and gently rub each discolored ivory or plastic key individually. Do not let the vinegar run down between the keys. The acid lifts surface yellowing and grime without damaging the key material. Use a dry cloth afterward to remove any remaining moisture immediately. Number 25. Get chrome faucets gleaming. Soak a cloth in white vinegar and wrap it around your chrome faucet, particularly around the base where mineral deposits accumulate. Leave it for 10 to 15 minutes, then remove the cloth, rinse the faucet, and buff it dry with a clean microfiber cloth. The vinegar dissolves hard water mineral buildup and calcium deposits, and buffing afterward restores a genuinely mirror-like shine. Number 24. Maintain your humidifier. Once a month, fill your humidifier tank with equal parts white vinegar and water. Run it for an hour, then empty, rinse, and refill with clean water. The vinegar kills any mold spores and bacteria that thrive in the warm, moist environment of a humidifier tank. This prevents you from unknowingly pumping contaminated air into your bedroom night after night. Now for the section Grandma always called her beauty secrets, though she'd never have called them that out loud. Number 23. A natural dandruff treatment. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water and massage the solution thoroughly into your scalp 2 to 3 minutes before shampooing. The acidity of the vinegar helps restore the scalp's natural pH balance, which is slightly acidic, and creates an inhospitable environment for the Malassezia fungus that contributes to dandruff. Rinse well and shampoo as normal. Consistent use over several weeks shows the most significant improvement. Number 22. Make your nail polish last significantly longer. Before applying any nail polish, wipe each nail thoroughly with a cotton pad soaked in white vinegar. Allow them to dry completely before painting. The vinegar removes natural oils and residue from the nail surface that cause polish to lift and chip prematurely. It essentially acts as a primer, giving the polish a cleaner, better bonding surface to adhere to. Number 21. Make your razor blades last far longer. After each use, submerge your razor in a small cup of white vinegar for a few minutes. The vinegar dissolves the microscopic buildup of dead skin cells and soap scum that dull the blade far faster than actual shaving does. It also prevents the oxidation process that causes rust on the blades. This simple step can dramatically extend the lifespan of an expensive razor cartridge. Number 20. Neutralize insect stings. Dab white vinegar directly onto a bee sting or jellyfish sting using a cotton ball. The acetic acid helps neutralize the alkaline venom compounds in bee stings and provides almost immediate relief from the burning sensation. Apply it as quickly as possible after the sting and hold the cotton ball against the skin for a minute or two for best results. Number 19. Stop mosquito bite itching instantly. Fill a small spray bottle with diluted white vinegar, roughly 1 part vinegar to 2 parts water, and keep it on hand during summer. Spraying it directly on a mosquito bite and allowing it to dry works by interfering with the histamine response happening in your skin that causes the itch. It's not a permanent fix, but it provides fast, real relief without any chemicals. Number 18. Clean dentures naturally overnight. Soak dentures in undiluted white vinegar overnight instead of commercial denture tablets. The acidity dissolves tartar and calcium deposits and lifts stubborn stains without the sometimes harsh chemical additives found in commercial products. Rinse thoroughly before using. This is one of those old-fashioned remedies that genuinely holds up scientifically. Number 17. Remove garlic and onion smell from hands. Rub a small amount of white vinegar between your palms and over your fingers for about 30 seconds, then rinse with water. The sulfur-containing compounds responsible for garlic and onion odors bind with the acetic acid in the vinegar and are neutralized and rinsed away. It works significantly faster and more effectively than soap alone. Time to head outdoors, because Grandma's vinegar knowledge extended well beyond the front door. Number 16. Restore rusty garden shears. Submerge the metal blades of rusty garden scissors or pruning shears in a container of undiluted white vinegar and leave them overnight. The acetic acid reacts with the iron oxide, which is rust, and converts it back into a soluble form that you can then scrub away with a stiff brush. Rinse, dry thoroughly, and apply a light coat of oil to prevent future rust formation. Number 15. Revive crusty terracotta pots. Fill a tub or large bucket with equal parts white vinegar and water and submerge old terracotta pots that are coated in white crusty deposits. Let them soak for an hour or longer. for very heavy buildup. Those white deposits are mineral salt crystals that have leached out of the soil and dried on the porous clay surface. The vinegar dissolves them completely and restores the pot's original warm, earthy terracotta color. Number 14. Clean bird bath safely. Scrub your bird bath with undiluted white vinegar and a stiff brush to remove algae and grime, then rinse extremely thoroughly before refilling. This is genuinely important because commercial bleach-based cleaners leave toxic residue that can harm and kill the birds you are trying to attract. Vinegar is effective against algae and completely safe for wildlife once rinsed away properly. Number 13. Remove dried paint from window glass. If you've painted a window frame and accidentally got paint on the glass, heat some white vinegar until warm but not boiling. Then apply it directly to the paint spots using a cloth. The heat and acidity together soften the dried paint enough to scrape or wipe away cleanly without scratching or etching the glass surface beneath. Number 12. Lift car upholstery stains. Mix equal parts white vinegar and cold water in a spray bottle. Spray directly onto coffee, soda, or other liquid stains on car seats, then immediately blot with a clean white cloth. Never scrub, always blot. The vinegar breaks down the stain compounds while the blotting action pulls them up out of the fabric fibers rather than pushing them deeper. Number 11. Stop windshield wipers from streaking. Wipe the rubber blade of each windshield wiper firmly with a cloth soaked in undiluted white vinegar. Road grime, tree sap residue, and oxidation build up on the rubber and cause those maddening streaks across your windshield. The vinegar cleans and conditions the rubber, restoring a clean, even contact surface. Repeat this monthly and you will rarely need to replace wiper blades just because of streaking. Number 10. Keep neighborhood cats out of your garden. Fill a spray bottle with undiluted white vinegar and spray it around garden borders, flower beds, and anywhere cats have been digging or using as a bathroom. Cats have an extremely sensitive sense of smell, and the strong acetic acid scent acts as a powerful repellent. It's humane, effective, and completely safe for your plants and the cats themselves. Reapply after rain. Now let's close out with some genuinely surprising miscellaneous genius hacks. Number 9. Restore scissors that feel dull and sticky. Wipe both blades of your scissors firmly with a cloth soaked in white vinegar, making full cutting motions through the cloth several times. Scissors don't actually go dull from use as quickly as people think. Usually the problem is adhesive residue, skin oil, and grime that is built up along the blade edge, creating drag and friction. Vinegar dissolves all of it. Number 8. Remove winter salt stains from leather shoes. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water and dampen a soft cloth with the solution. Wipe away the white salt rings that winter sidewalks leave on your leather shoes and boots. The vinegar dissolves the crystallized road salt without damaging the leather. Follow up with a leather conditioner afterward to keep the leather supple. Number 7. Clean eyeglass lenses properly. Put a single tiny drop of white vinegar on a clean microfiber cloth and gently buff your lenses in small circular motions. The acetic acid cuts through the oily film from skin and eyelashes that accumulates on lenses and is notoriously resistant to dry polishing. It evaporates cleanly without leaving streaks or residue, leaving genuinely crystal clear lenses. Number 6. Eliminate smoke and burnt food odors from a room. Pour white vinegar into several shallow bowls and place them around the affected room, leaving them overnight or for at least several hours. Acetic acid actively absorbs and neutralizes airborne odor molecules rather than masking them with another fragrance. The vinegar smell itself dissipates completely as it evaporates, taking the offensive odors with it. Number 5. Protect the color in new dark denim. Before wearing new dark jeans for the first time, soak them for about an hour in a mixture of cold water and half a cup of white vinegar, then rinse and air dry. The vinegar sets the dye molecules more firmly into the fabric fibers, significantly reducing how much color bleeds in future washes. Your dark jeans will stay darker longer. Number 4. Clean vinyl records safely. Create an extremely diluted solution of 1 part white vinegar to 10 parts distilled water. Using a soft microfiber cloth, wipe the record surface gently following the grooves in a circular motion, never across them. The mild acidity removes dust, fingerprint oils, and static attracting residue from the record grooves without damaging the delicate vinyl material. Better clean grooves means noticeably better sound quality. Number 3. Clean a brick fireplace. Mix equal parts white vinegar and warm water in a bucket and use a stiff scrubbing brush to work the solution into the brick surface in circular motions, then wipe clean. The acidity in vinegar breaks down soot compounds and dissolves the calcium-based mineral deposits that make old brick look dull and gray. For very heavy soot, you may need to apply the solution and let it sit for a few minutes before scrubbing. Number 2. Free a stuck zipper. Dip a cotton swab into white vinegar and carefully apply it along the teeth of a zipper that has become stuck or stiff. Small amounts of corrosion, dried salt from sweat, and oxidized metal particles build up between zipper teeth over time and create the resistance that makes them impossible to move. The vinegar dissolves all of that, freeing up the slider to move cleanly again. Number 1. Preserve your carved pumpkins. This last one is pure grandma genius. After carving your jack-o'-lantern, spray the interior surfaces and all cut edges generously with white vinegar. Mold requires a neutral to slightly alkaline environment to establish itself and grow. The acidic vinegar creates conditions mold fundamentally cannot thrive in. Your carved pumpkin will last days longer than an untreated one. Reapply every day or two for the best results. If this video gave you even 5 hacks you're going to actually use, do Grandma proud and hit that like button. Drop in the comments which hack surprised you the most, and subscribe so you never miss the next batch of time-tested wisdom that the wisest people in history already knew. Your grandma would definitely approve.